Two of the league's three unbeaten teams meet tonight to lift the lid on conference play. We'll have it right here for you on the ACC Network Extra as the fourth-ranked Panthers of Pittsburgh get set to take on the Tar Heels of North Carolina. A pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast. My partner, Taylor Leath. I am Chris Hooks. Taylor, big matchup tonight. What's at stake for these teams?
It should be a fun match tonight. Pitt is looking to continue to take a positive step. Carolina really wants to make a statement with this match tonight.
Well, we'll see if they certainly can as we take a look at the battle of the unbeatens in this one. You look at the numbers, they are very similar in what they've been able to accomplish, but the road that these two teams traveled a little different.
A little bit different. Pittsburgh, including Tennessee, who's now ranked in the top 25, has beaten 5 ranked teams, whereas Carolina hasn't quite been battle-tested until tonight.
Well, we'll see if they can handle the case, that being the Tar Heels. Let's look at the players to watch. Starting for Carolina, Nia Parker-Robinson, the Northwestern transfers, made a huge impact.
She has made a huge impact and has been a go-to pin that the Tar Heels have needed. She's able to score both in system when she's expected to, and she's also able to make something out of nothing out of system to put balls away.
I think you could certainly argue the unsung hero of this Panther squad, Chinaza Inde. She does it all for them.
Inde came to Pittsburgh as a middle. She's in her 5th year now, and you'll see her more on the right side and on the left side as well. And she is incredibly dynamic, able to score points. And not only is she great at volleyball, but she's also a leader on and off the court for this Panthers team.
As we get set for the matchup, the 20th all-time meeting between these two teams, here's the head coach of the Panthers, Dan Fisher. He is, as he said in the press conference the other day, built this program one step at a time, but it may not be the most glamorous.
Yeah, so Dan Fisher, he has been able to build a program, and you know, they had some seasons where they weren't making the NCAA tournament, where they were just outside on the bubble of making the NCAA tournament, where they were losing in the first couple of rounds of the NCAA tournament until last season, where they were able to go really deep into that tournament. And he was just talking about it's not just this Cinderella story where there was a fairy godmother and waved the wand and all of a sudden they were a good team. He was really just giving it to their gym culture, the ability for the women to come in every single day, day after day, and consistently work hard and be resilient.
And for the Tar Heels, their longtime head coach, Joe Segula, in talking to him the other day, he seemed like a guy that just had a little bit more pep in his step.
Yeah, so this is the best start for the Tar Heels in a little while, and for Coach Segula to be able to get that program back on track, back into the place where they want to be. And the girls, you can see they're really having fun too. So being able to be at the helm of that, building that culture, building the program back to being, ranked highly in the ACC and thought highly of nationally, as well as they're receiving some votes in those polls. I'm sure Coach has to be excited about that.
A lot of excitement in the crowd here tonight at Carmichael Arena as we are just about set to get this one underway, as Pitt has won 8 of their last 9 conference openers. But their last conference opener last year, they lost.
Yeah.
Maybe that bodes well for the Tar Heels looking to pull the upset. One thing that Coach Segula did talk about was they need a solid start in this one.
Yeah, the Tar Heels are going to need to be able to control that first contact. And that is both from the service line, being able to serve tough, as well as being able to control their first contact in serve receive. So whenever they're passing, to allow them to run their offense as effectively and efficiently as they can.
Here we go as we are just about set. Nia Parker-Robinson, the Indianapolis, Indiana product, transferring from Northwestern, gets us underway as the schedule in the Atlantic Coast Conference has begun. Glad you could join us here on the ACC Network Extra. A little miscommunication by the Tar Heels. We'll give Chinaza Inde her first kill of the match as the Panthers take a 1-0 lead. And another superstar for Pitt, Kayla Lund, the graduate, getting to serve to start it off. Now Carolina will set it up in system. Lefty attack there by Zinger. There's out of bounds as Inde tries to get it on the near side. Unsuccessful there, and it's tied up at 1.
So the Carolina block is going to be one of those things that I'm sure Pitt is planning around. It's one of the things that comes alive whenever Carolina is able to be successful. So Inde looking to swing around those blocks but still be effective.
What a nice dig by Corinna Whirl off of Inde. Backline attack by Robinson, shanked out of bounds. And the Tar Heels take a 2-1 lead. What'd you see there?
Parker Robinson, you're just always looking for power from her. So she's able to hit a ball to a defender, yes, but she's also able to overpower her to the point where she can no longer control that ball.
And 2-1, Tar Heels lead it. Here is Inde from the right side, just smashing that cross court, as Megan Nealon could not handle that one.
Yeah, she made that error a little bit ago, and she's going right back to it, into the cross court, deep swing, able to get it for the Panthers.
Here's the defensive specialist, Ashley Browski. Knotted up at 2. That's set up and handcuffs Corinna Whirl, and Serena Gray, the Penn State transfer, gets the point. Gray was able to transfer due to the NCAA changes and everything that has happened with COVID. There's a back set and a beautiful play down the right side. Kaya Merkler on that slide that Coach Segula talked about wanting to get her involved in.
Yes, Kaya Merkler is the most effective off of 1 foot. The slide is sometimes a really hard set to be able to block on the opposite side, so being able to run, chase that ball down, and find the court. Also with that, you know, Carolina is able to pass that first contact and be able to be in system.
Annabelle Archer serving for Carolina, the senior out of Fairview, Texas. That one set up and down the near side, and
just out.
And it was out of bounds as Lecator Member Monet tried that attack. She's a transfer out of Missouri, really made a good impact on this program. Had a double-double last time out against Moorhead. And slightly pushed over, no force, and the pancake attempt no good as Carolina gets the point. They lead it by 2. Mabry Schaffmaster, someone Coach Segula gawked over in our presser on Wednesday.
And Mabry Schaffmaster has such a smart game. She's able to go up there. It looks like she's going to swing on that ball, and then she opens up her hand for that tip. Not really ready to run it down exactly.
And that's served by Annabelle Archer long and out of bounds, and that service error, something that Coach Segula also talked about. They need to be as tight as possible against a team like Pitt.
Yeah, you need to be good from the service line, meaning that you're serving aggressively, you're putting pressure on them, and so what coach would be looking for is that they're getting, even though they might get some errors, that they're actually getting more aces than there are errors. So as the match goes on, that's something to definitely keep an eye on.
Archer to Merkler. And that'll just basically be a pass over by Pitt. They were not able to get in system, and that's blocked at the net. Nice job by Serena Gray. That'll knot things up at 5 here in this first set.
With blocking, the thing that you really want to do is be able to get the ball on your opponent's side of the net, so that ball's not even crossing the net. Those 2 blockers are able to be over there on Carolina's side. That ball goes straight down.
That was Jordan Lockwood who got the solo block there. That one will carry him off. A Panther hand there. And the Tar Heels will get the point back to get the side out and lead it now 6-5.
And Mabry Schaffmaster, she knows, first ball, she hit right into the meat of a block. Second swing, she's going to think about going higher off the top of the hands, and she's able to get that shot to go down for a kill.
There's Schaffmaster into the far corner. And Lexus Akeo, the junior setter, perfectly sets up Serena Gray. And the point will go to the Panthers as it's tied at 6.
The Panthers are able to run a really fast and efficient offense from their middles. Perfect pass there, and they want to be able to make sure that they can set every single hitter all of the time.
18 service aces for Lecator, Member Monet, and make that 19.